end stream. It's been a brilliant season. We've been back to 4 tiers, which is brilliant. The racing has been awesome. Yeah, it's been a great season.
Yes, I have to say a massive shout out to I think all the drivers who have signed up this season. There are quite a lot of new drivers that signed up this season to make it 4 tiers. Yes, we may not have had 4 grids every week, but drivers that were very keen to find out more about the league and even improve their racecraft has been amazing. And we've had some people that have been new to our leagues, all new to league racing, but improved as the season has gone on. We've seen plenty of drivers that are just getting better and better, which is very, very, very good to see. So it is nice to see a lot of our new drivers do very well this season.
Yeah, so we've had, quite a number of new drivers as well, and they've settled in really, really well. The driver for me that stood out as one of our new drivers, I would say was Gamer James. Outside of battles. And I think he's, Gamer James for me is going to be a star of the future, I think.
Yeah, I think he's improved as the season gone on as well. Yes, he's new to the league, but he's not new to league racing. He only started league racing quite recently, and he's just very good. Like some drivers are staying out of trouble, and that's what helps you get good results. I believe he finished near the top 5 in the end, which is good showing. And let's speak about the P4 Championship, actually. Well, whilst we were talking about Gamer James, and let's look at the stats of our P4 champion, Jamie. Of course, our reigning P4 champion, our 2-time P4 champion. So he's had 164 points this season. That's where he ended the season on. 4 wins, 7 podiums, but only 1 pole. That was his first ever league racing pole, I believe, as well. So Good stats for him, and it was a very comfortable championship victory for Jamie in the end.
It was, and what I find amazing is that he's only ever had 1 pole, and that was it. I couldn't believe it. How successful he is. It just shows how brilliant he is in races. That he doesn't actually need to get a super duper qualifying performance. Now, him and Dad are very, very close friends now, and I think if you merge those 2 drivers, so you have Dad's qualifying pace, Jamie's race pace and strategy and skill, you'd have a driver then.
Yeah, I think my mic's a bit loud, which is probably why Colin's mic's a little bit quieter than mine, so I fixed it, so hopefully it's all good. But yeah, I think, to be honest, your dad has admitted that he probably, there were times where he felt like he could have been P4, but to be fair, he's done pretty well in P3. We'll talk about P3 in a minute, but I think, how would Jamie handle maybe a higher tier next season? Because he's so used to being at the bottom apart from 1 season, so if he ends up in a higher tier next season, I think he's just gonna do what he did when he got promoted last time out, and he's just gonna have less pressure on himself.
Yeah, exactly that. I think he's gonna emulate his the man in the photograph there, Lando. He won the championship last season, and I believe that he's driving the best he's ever done. He's relaxed, and this is what will happen with Jamie as well. He'll enter season 29 relaxed, no pressure on him, and he'll drive better for it.
Exactly. And I'm just bringing some points that people put in the chat as well, and what I think as well. That is a good point, actually, from Jake. There was 1 race where he took his engine penalty. I think it might be Silverstone, but I'm not entirely sure. Or it might be a different track. It was one of the early tracks of the season. He won 1 race where he took an engine penalty as well, so he shows he has the pace in this tier. Abu Dhabi, he didn't have a good qualifying. Guess what? He won the race and he won the title as well, so he's had good pace. But I have to say, one driver that stood out to me in P4 this season is Ocon. He was so close to getting Jake in the standings for P3 in the title. But his form over the last few races has been amazing. I think pretty much he's won 4 of the last 4 races, which is incredible because he was struggling a lot the first half of the season. He's one of those examples, Colin, that is like, yeah, he started off a bit poorly, but if he had his form that he had at the end of the season, he could have been a threat for the title for sure.
Yes, 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt. And I think this is the key thing, drivers now, there's been so many new drivers, they would have gained so much experience, so much knowledge. They're going to go into the next season so much more prepared. And I honestly think that this new season coming up is going to be a belter, because we're going to have all these new drivers and they're going to be getting better and better and better and getting used to it as they go on.
And of course, we have the new DLC coming out next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. So that's going to be interesting to see how it will people be able to master the mechanics of the new game. Well, not the new game, the new DLC and stuff like that. Or will people struggle? But I'm sure we'll go into a bit more detail about that very soon. But yeah, P4, a very good championship. And of course, Jamie gets free entry into next season. Because he won the constructors with Shiesty, and Shiesty, I remember, it had inconsistent results, but he's been up there at times. And in the last few races, he was there when his teammate needed him. Really, yes, he made some mistakes, but he had the pace in some races.
Especially at the start of the season, I think what happened with Shiesty is that he hit the ground running, and was driving very, very well, very consistently. But as the season went on, the other less experienced drivers were getting the hang of it slowly, and then that nudged Shiesty back. But he still had some great drives in the season, really, really good performances.
Yeah, I agree as well. I can't wait to see what he does next season. I'm almost certain he'll probably be in the bottom tier again, so how would he cope with potentially being the favourite? We'll have to wait and see, but that's P4 talked about. Let's go to P3, which was decided at Las Vegas by... We thought it was going to be a slam dunk, didn't we, Carl? But it rained. The Rainmaster himself, Ride Dog, had a very good race, and I think it ended up Boney Fish winning the title by 2 points, where the gap was like 18 points going into the last round in Las Vegas. Boneyfish had a horrific Las Vegas, but his consistency throughout the season helped him win the title. He's one of our newest drivers to the league, and look at his stats there. 131 points, 4 wins, 6 podiums, and 3 pole positions. That is very good with Boneyfish.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant performance, very consistent. It was quite tight between him and Welsh Benjamin, for the first half of the season, really. Unfortunately, Welsh Benjamin kind of fell off a little bit, and then Boney Fish took the championship in dramatic fashion, I must say, in the last round, which I think was against Rydog, if I remember.
Yeah, it was against Rydog as well. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I think he was only a couple of points away from losing the title, but still managed just to do enough.
Yeah, because I believe he was third going into the final round. Of course, Adegio had to miss the last round because he was at Nürburgring. But to be fair, if I had the chance to go to Nürburgring to see Max Verstappen, I would definitely take it. So, yeah, but Rydog had the opportunity to get second in the championship, and he did that. So a good job to him, and a standout performance as well for Joe, because he's one of the 2 drivers in the tier who used a wheel for the first time. Yes, he started off a bit shaky, but he showed the consistent results, and in the last few races he performed really, really well. I think he also performed well in Las Vegas as well, which helped him get P3 by 1 point. I'll mention the other driver that's also used a wheel for the first time this season, but I'm going to mention Joe because he finished third in the championship. I was not expecting Joe to be up there, but the last few rounds, he was very consistent, and he gets a free entry to next season, so good on Joe.
Yes, of course he does. Yeah, I forgot about that. It was brilliant, though, because he didn't think he had it, did he? He
No,
thought
he
had-
was like, "Oh,
he
I'm
thought
happy with fourth," he said. and then I had to do the maths, and I'd say, "Joe, I hate to tell you this, but you're not fourth, you're third."
Absolutely brilliant. I just wish that he had a video on when he was told, because that was brilliant.
It felt great. It felt great telling him that, because I was messaging him saying best of luck, you know, and he was like, "Oh, I don't think I'll get third, but you'll have the fun anyway." But that's the thing. There was less pressure on him, and that's what helped him deliver a little bit when it comes to it. Now, I would expect a Deggio and maybe Bonyfish to go up a tier next season as well. I think in terms of their pace levels, I think they're going to fit in in a higher tier next season, no problem, I think.
Oh, they'll fit in very, very well in there, without a shadow of a doubt. It's going to be difficult because this, I know we're talking about season 28, but, the new game's going to be so different. It's going to be a lot for these drivers to learn and to cope with. But it's, I genuinely think they're going to do well. If hopefully we'll get 4 tiers again.
Fingers crossed.
Cross fingers. But yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I think the improvement throughout the season from a lot of our P3 drivers, and Bonyfish, I think we saw his pace in Spain and we thought it was going to be a one race wonder, but he showed, I think, in future races that he was able to improve. So I can't wait to see what he does. One final driver that I have to mention before we move over to P2. I'm sorry if I don't mention all drivers. Mikey. I mean, picked up his first win. Picked up his first win in One Hub Racing this season. I can't remember when it was. I think it was Abu Dhabi. Yes, it was Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Again, he had to wait for a bit because he thought it would get a Deggio's penalty will be removed, but it didn't because of no race director. It must be a long wait, to be fair, but it was a long time coming, and I was not expecting it, but he was so committed to get better on the wheel, and the only assist he won was his line, I believe. Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
I think there's tracks where he's quicker than me now, which is just insane. So Mikey, I think, one of my standout. Yes, he may not be finishing quite highly in the championship. He's still in the top 10, for goodness sake.
Yeah, that just shows it, doesn't it? But I was so pleased for Mikey to get his first win. It was quite funny because he kept messaging me saying, "Cole, when are the stewards reports out?" And I'd have been exactly the same as well, because of course he was just thinking, did he actually save all the right footage? Did he save the race director? As it turned out, he didn't. So of course Mikey kept his victory, which he thoroughly deserved. And
a win that was decided in the stewards room. My first ever win in One Hub was decided in the stewards room, but I didn't win it on track. I won it because of a post-race penalty from someone. So Mikey and me have something in common. Our first ever One Hub race win was decided in the stewards room. So there you go. But Mikey at least has a winner's tweet. I don't. But there we go. So and also P3 drivers only one safety car this season, and we've hardly had much stewards reports. I would say one of the cleanest tiers this season in terms of drivers, mainly because there's people that are maybe not sweats, but they just want to have fun with the game, and they just want to get better and also have a bit of fun as well.
Yeah, exactly that. That's the key thing about this, Yes, we're all desperate to do well, and we're annoyed, at least more than, and we're annoyed when we don't. But it is all about enjoyment. That's the whole point of us doing this, and we've got a fantastic community now, and more Welsh guys. Yes.
And of course in F1 sim racing, spoiler alert, we've now got a Welshman that won the F1 sim racing championship. So the Welshmen are taking over. The Welshmen are taking over. Yeah.
We are conquering the world slowly but surely.
Yeah, we are. We are really. You are. I'm 1/8 Welsh. Did you not know, Carl?
Yeah, that's the bit I like.
Yeah, I only noticed when I was away in Wales, and my dad said, "Did you know that I'm eight, did you know you're eighth Welsh?" I'm like, "Oh, that's cool," and now I understand where Dad likes a bit of Welsh. So yeah, but there we go. But we need to keep going, because otherwise we'll be there for donkey's years. But Alpine win the constructors. I think you could tell. I think pretty much all championships apart from P1, the drivers' champion also goes on to win the constructors' champion as well with Welsh Benjamin. Shame with Welsh Benjamin, really, because he was a championship leader for so long at the start of the season, but I just felt like the pressure got to him as he was still the championship leader, and I think he finished 5th in the end instead of leading.
Yes, it was a bit of a shame, really. But you know, it's something that they'll learn from and get used to. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. He'll learn from it. But you know, still had a great season though.
Yeah. Still needs to pick up a win. Benjamin, your win is coming. Like, I keep saying it every week. Like, I said it to Salah. Like, I was like, yeah, your win is coming, and Salah ended up getting that win. Next season, you'll get a win, Welsh Benjamin, and again, both of them get free entry to next season. Now, this championship that we're going to talk about, P2, it got decided really early on in Miami, and probably Jacob, the most best driver in One Hub that we've seen in quite a while. Let's look at his stats. 195 points. Only 4 wins. I was expecting a lot more. But the crucial thing, 9 podiums, 2 pole position. That, I have to say, is incredible. There's only a few times where he's been off the podium this season. I think 3 times. So, yeah, he deserved that championship. His 2nd championship in a row as well, and in a higher tier. He's definitely, I think, going to be in P1 next season. I can't wait to see how he does.
Yeah, that's going to be very, very interesting to see how Jacob gets on in P1. I think he'll do very well. It'll be a shock to the system because he is used to fighting for wins in his One Hub career. I doubt that will happen, but you never know. But I think he'll certainly be comfortably in the top 10, I would say.
I agree. He'll definitely be up there. And don't forget, he started league racing on the F125 game. He started off in the P4 tier, and he's just grown and grown and grown, which is, I think, incredible. Really incredible to see. And I always see him higher, like, see him at the top of the standings every week. And I'm like, can anyone beat him in the championship? And people got close. I think Kinney, he was P2 in the championship, picked up a few wins this season, and it was great to see him blossom and pick up some wins. Of course, Josh joining midway through the season, picked up a few wins as well. And there's also a certain driver called Lukey0000 who picked up a win as well. I'd never heard of him, joking. He picked up the last win of the season in Las Vegas as well, which was coming. It was a shame that his form wasn't there at the start of the season, because he probably would have fought for the championship, but he improved towards the end of the season, and that's what matters. So Kinney and Lukey, definitely, I think, deserving to be your runner-up spots, because they both have had great seasons in different ways.
Yeah, it was a very odd season, Pete, to be honest. It when it started, it looked as though it was going to be between Kinney and Salo. That's how it looked at the start.
Oh, yeah, because Salo picked up his first victory. You can't forget about that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and Salo's had such a good season. I was chatting with him the other day, and he doesn't feel as though he has had a good season. But, you know,
he finished 4th.
Victory, you know, finishing 4th in the championship is a superb, superb result. Only a couple of points off Lukey, who pipped him for 3rd place. Kinney getting runner-up, and of course, as we know, Jacob taking the title. But a very interesting season. And I've watched Jacob. I love the way he drives. I
Yeah.
do. I absolutely love it.
His
He
overtakes.
has got a racing brain. Not everyone has. And it's a very difficult thing to learn. You need experience and a lot of time on track to get that awareness, you know?
And he's only been doing it for almost a year, which is, I think, incredible. I wonder if he's picked it up from like real life as well, or maybe he's just done some non-league races on previous games and just tried to pick up how to drive. And you probably noticed Nick picked a lot of his overtakes for the Steward Room streams, and we'd like to apologise for not having the Steward Room streams for the last 3 races, but yeah, I've noticed almost every stream we've had a clip from Jacob because of how aware he is and the overtakes he made. It's just incredible. Any other standouts from P2 that you would like to point out, Carl?
I was going to mention Salo and Kinney, because Kinney as well. He's kind of gone under the radar, poor Kinney, because he was obviously behind Jacob in second place, but he had such a solid season. You know, he took his first race win as well. Some great battles. Last race of his didn't go exactly to plan, but
he had the gap to get finished second anyway.
Yeah, overall, a brilliant season. Larkin as well. I mean, I'm not going to say what I said in the ERT chat about his luck, but
I
have never met a driver who has had such bad luck. It's ridiculous. He's the Nigel Mansell of sim racer that he is.
He is, yeah. And the last few races went quite well for Larkin as well, fighting near the front in pretty much those lot of races as well.
Yes, but he is my punt for next season's title.
So your punt for P2 title potentially is Larkin?
Yes.
Oh, Larkin, if you're watching, Colin's going to commentate, it's curse you.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Whoops.
Well, we technically haven't done our predictions for next season yet because, of course, we don't know the tiers. But there we go. So that was P2 talked about, and your Constructors Champions are, again, Alpine with Jacob and Alfie. That's one driver I haven't mentioned. He's one of our new drivers in One Hour Racing. Alfie's had a lot of bad luck, but he's had a lot of good luck as well, getting his best result of the season. I could see him winning a race next season.
Oh, without a doubt. In fact, I'm going to say something now. I'm going to be surprised if he doesn't.
Same. If Alfie doesn't win, I'm going to eat my hair out. Honestly. But again, they get free entry to next season, so all good. Another championship that went down to the wire, but not quite as close as P3 did at the end of the race, was Alex. Again, the weather got a bit interesting towards the final bits of the race, because I think I believe Marco pitted thinking he was going to be dry for the rest of the race, and then Alex just sticked it out on dries until the inters period, and that won't work. But to be honest, if I was Alex or Marco, I wouldn't have known what to do. So I think it just came down to luck of the draw, really, because they both had even pace, the pair of them, most of the season.
Yeah, it was really close. The weather kind of played havoc with a couple of drivers because it came so late, didn't it? You know,
yeah.
Right at the end of the race. Marco, if I remember rightly, decided to hang on to his medium tyres and didn't decide to pit, and it cost him quite severely. But to be honest, he was in a position where he had to gamble, so I don't blame him, to be honest.
Honestly, he had to gamble. I think if I was Marco, I probably would have done the same thing. And I even said during the chat, I don't know what I would. I don't know about the gambles, to be honest. But I think honestly, Marco was such a great sport to Alex. and vice versa. It was great to see. You could tell they were great rivals on and off the track. There was no bad blood between each other, which is very, very, very lovely. And what's it going to take for Marco to win the championship? Because it's another season in a row where he just missed out.
I know, he's the runner-up man at the minute. Hopefully
I think he finished third last season. I think in season 27.
Yeah, hopefully he's not going to be a Sterling Moss and end up coming runner-up all the time and not getting that elusive championship. But, you know, I Marco will dig deep again now. You know, he's got it in him without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, Marco's, I think, pace improved quite a bit towards the end of the season after... I think there was a lot of tracks that he liked, and I was thinking that Las Vegas will be his track because he did well last time and he usually does well in the rain. But yeah, unfortunately, the gods he pitted at the wrong time, and the same happened to me in Las Vegas. So yeah, well, at least we have something in common. But there was quite a few other drivers that really impressed me as well in the P1 tier. There was quite a lot. Mert, who finished third place. Yes, he finished on 105 points, but again, he was like a few drivers in the lower tiers. Didn't start off well, but from round 7, that's where his form showed. Look at his result. From round 7 onwards, this is his results. P3, P3, P2, P3, P5, P2. He only finished outside the top 3 once in those races. If he had that form at the start of the season, he definitely would have been fighting for the championship. But yeah, from round 7, only finished outside the top 3 once, but has never picked up a win. Again, next season could be the season where Mert picks up a victory.
Yes, you never know. But what? It was like something just flipped with him, didn't it? You know, the first half of the season, solid, but, you know, not awesome.
Not great.
Second half, absolutely brilliant. I don't know what happened. Whether he got better setups, whether he got a bit more comfortable with the game, but what a second half to the season he had.
I think he's one of the drivers that I picked to be the biggest improver of the season, because I've never seen such a turnaround. For him to get P3 in the championship by 5 points, it's just, honestly, it's just amazing, and it's very well deserved. Of course, Craggy joining midway through to finish only 5 points behind Mertz. Fair play. Yes, he had that DNF in Abu Dhabi, but that was a bit unfortunate. Epic the Animal impressed. Lakitu had a strong start, but his bad luck got him towards the end, I think. And same with Callum. Callum, unfortunately, apart from race 1, did not have the season that he was hoping for at all.
No, I was quite surprised. I thought Callum would have been right up there, you know, top 5 at the very least. But unfortunately, it didn't go that way for him.
No, which is a shame. I was gutted for him, and there was plenty of drivers who I've seen had great battles, even lower down the championship. Arnaud in particular, I think it was Bahrain, Arnaud and Senna were fighting each other, and that was one of the best battles I've seen all season between the pair of them. Them both showing so much respect. The battles I've seen in P1 were incredible. I think, of course, since Kevin left, I think the battles have just been closer because people had something to fight for, which I think is crazy, and a big well done to Mert for getting P3 in the end. But the battles have just been clean overall, and another tier that's been generally clean.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, very, very clean. This is, I think P3 was it? P3 I think was probably the cleanest tier, I would guess.
Yeah, because I think P1 had a few more safety cars. I think. Yeah. I might be wrong, but not many. Not many. No, still, I think only a few as well. So I think P1 and P3 especially got to go home with their heads held high. And P2's driving standards improved towards the end of the season as well. So there we go. And whilst we talk about P1, we have to mention one driver because he won another championship before season 28 start. Well, season 28 was in the middle of it. Of course, we had our realistic championship, which was, I think, a lot of fun to cover. and it was Axelot that won in the end. He's received his trophy, which was great. But yeah, well deserved for him. And of course, we hope to have another realistic championship very soon. But hopefully the drivers can give our feedback. But of course, we couldn't have, I know it's not season 28, but I know we couldn't have a review stream without mentioning the realistic championship. So well done, Axelot. You get your moment in the sun with this lovely graphic. What a good performance from Axelot in that championship.
Yeah, he drove absolutely brilliantly, to be fair. And he drove equally as well in P1. Unfortunately, the results didn't reflect it, solely because the standard in P1 was so high this season. It was certainly the highest standard of drivers in P1 that I can ever remember.
Yeah, I think I even said to Jamie as well, I think at the end of the last stream, this is probably one of my favourite seasons to commentate on in P1, and I've been commentating for P1 for donkey's years. So I think the P1 drivers should be very proud of what they've done. And of course, P1 has gone different to tradition, like we've seen with the other tiers. The drivers' champion did not become the constructors' champion. It is your runner-up and also Mert as well. But of course, they both finished P2 and P3 in the championship. They took the constructors' championship in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. They had to wait, until towards the end of the season, but they had a race spare, so they didn't need to panic going into Vegas. They did do it with 1 round to spare, but a brilliant performance by the Williams drivers. And if you looked at the first half of the season, you wouldn't have suspected that Williams would have done it, but got to give credit to Mertz again for that second half performance.
Yeah. I am very impressed with Marco, and they worked well together in the final few races as well, so well deserved. And a reminder of the prizes that the drivers' champions have won. There you go. That is some lovely merch from our partners Vespertine, and some lovely trophies as well. So massive shout out to Vespertine. And the Constructors' Championships, they will get some prizes as well, and of course free entry to next season, so they don't have to pay £5. So there we go. So we've got some more prizes to give out, haven't we, Caldy? That's not just it. We've just got more prizes to give out and some more things to announce. So first of all, one of my favourite parts of any season that Cam introduced is the One Hub Racing driver rankings, which honestly is incredible. So the racing and the qualifying are scored. I can't remember what the formula is in particular. And then the drivers get a ranking each week. And the results are being tottled up. And we now are going to reveal in a minute the best 20 drivers that we have in One Hub, but overall in qualifying and the race. And we also got team rankings as well, Cole, which I find quite fascinating as well. Before we go on to the revealing the rankings, we have to give a massive shout out to Cam for continuing to do this every season, because I enjoy it.
I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. The amount of effort that Cam puts in, not just to these stats, but other stats as well. Absolutely brilliant. And of course, on the subject of Cam, don't forget there is the All-Star race, which we'll be briefly touching on later on as well. But yeah, I love these rankings. They are absolutely fantastic. And I've just had a look at them and I'm sad, and I'll explain why later.
Honestly, I'm sad. Do you want to know the reason why I'm sad? I'm 21st.
Oh, no way.
So I just missed out on the graphic. To be fair, I was on the graphic last season, which is fair enough. But I'm trying to remember. I should have checked the video beforehand, and I'm trying to remember what was first. I believe it's the team's standings first, so we're going to go through those. Oh, no. Why is it... There we go. I paused it. There we go. So we got the top, we got the bottom two already, Cole, but talk us through it.
Yeah, that's why I'm sad, because look who's 10th. That was obviously J. Cole and myself were in the Kick Sauber. So in 10th place was your Kick Sauber team. In 9th place was Racing Bulls. In 8th place is Aston Martin.
Ooh.
In
Not expecting him
7th
there.
place, no, I wasn't. In 7th place is the Haas team. And in 6th place is the Red Bull.
Not bad. We did better than last season. I think we were 8th. So there we go. We've gone up. We've gone up. We've gone up. So I need to get the images up because I can't remember who is where. Yeah, I was doing so many things in the background.
I can shout it out. I'll shout it out.
No, it's all right. I've got it. Okay, so in 5th place, it's getting very serious now, with a score of 60.91 is McLaren. I was expecting them to be a lot higher, but it's against all 4 tiers, not just one. In 4th place, with a score of 61.08 is...
Minardi.
No. Grazie, Ferrari. Now we move on to our top 3, and to be honest, I'm not surprised of the top 3 at all. In 3rd place, with a score of 61.66. Quite low scores, I think, for most teams. Pretty much all teams. Is Mercedes. Okay, so in 2nd place, with a score of 63.71 is... I was shocked, actually. I was shocked about this one because I was expecting them to be P1. And I'll explain my reasons why in a minute. But it's Alpine. So that means your highest team rankings for season 28 with a score of 65.29 is Williams. Can you see why?
Yay!
Can you see why, Cole? I was shocked that Alpine didn't win it because they won 2 constructors. Well, 3 constructors.
Yeah, quite surprising. But great to see Williams on top. They're, Williams and McLaren are my favourite teams. So yeah, we'll take that.
And I think Williams is one of the most successful teams in One Hub history, I believe, as well. So there you go.
I think so, yeah.
Maybe Jamie can confirm that, but there we go. So let's move on. Now I'm prepared to get our 11th to 20th driver rankings. By the way, I was close to getting top 20. I was close, but here is your top 20, and Colin is going to go through from 20 to 16.
Okay, so in 20th place, the first person on the graphic in a Williams is Gamer James. Gamer James gets 20th in Cam's rankings.
Hey!
In 19th place, fellow Welshman, Welsh Benjamin,
hey!
in the Alpine, 19th. Brilliant. In 18th place, in a Mercedes, is Rydog. So Rydog gets 18th place. In 17th place, we've got another Merc driver, and it's Josh. In 16th place, in a Huawei, is Salo. So Salo takes 16th place in the rankings.
So those are your rankings from 20th to 16th. Now let's do 15th to 11th. Now, because it's not the top 5, I'm not going to do the same as I did for the team. So, in 15th place, in the Ferrari, is Ocon. Good form towards the end of the season, so well deserved. In 14th place, in the Williams, is Mert. So well done to him. 13th place, in the Red Bull, a P1 driver, Lakitu. In 12th place, in the Mercedes, in the P4 tier that finished P3 in the title, it is Jake And in 11th spot, also in P4 tier, who finished 5th in the standings, it's Joel. So let's move on, Cole, to our top 10.
Okay, so this is the top 10 now for Cam's rankings. And in 10th place...
Oh, it's not him, is it?
It's a one-up admin. It is Lukey in 10th place.
Boo, joking.
In 9th place, we've got a Williams driver, and it's Adagio. So Adagio gets 9th place. In 8th place, Ferrari driver. He didn't think he had a top 3. Did he think he had a top 10? It's Joe in 8th place.
Woo!
In 7th place in the Red Bull, the runner-up in the P4 tier is Reaper.
Hey.
In 6th place, we got an Alpine driver. He's our P3 champion. It's Bony Fish.
I am shocked. I am shocked, Cole. I was expecting him to be higher up there, but he's not. But now we're going to move on to our top 5. Things are getting serious. 3 out of the 5 are champions. But all 5 of them are getting trophies this season. So we'll start with 5th place. In 5th place with a score of 81.88 in the Williams. He is a P2 driver and he finished P2 in the championship. It is Kinney. In 4th place with a score of 82 exactly. He is your P1 runner-up in the Williams. It is Marco. And now we move on to our top 3. We've got our P1 champion, our P2 champion, and our P4 champion. But who will be where? We'll have to wait and see. So in P3 then, with a score of 82.66, he is your P4 champion. It is Jamie.
Nice.
In 2nd place, well, just missing out on top spot by about 2 points with a score of 83.13. Drum roll. It is your P1 champion, Alex. And I don't think it comes as a surprise. Your rankings champion for season 28 is Jacob. Well done, Jacob. You will get a rankings prize. You get some One Hub Racing merch from our partners, Vespertine. So there you go. Massive congratulations. I don't think it comes as a shock, Carl.
No, I don't think so. Not after his performance. So look, he was 2.5 points clear. So quite a considerable amount clear as well.
Yeah, I think it was way clear. So well deserved for Jacob, and he's top of your rankings. But it's great to see our 3 out of the 4 champions in the top 3 in the rankings, which is incredible. And of course, we would talk about the All-Star race later on, but again, not everyone in the top 20 is racing. So there we go. So we're now going to move on to our remaining prizes. So we're going to start off with, I'm trying to remember what the order is. It is the Speedster Award. So for those of you that don't know what the Speedster Award, it is an award that is sponsored by one of our sponsors, Pure Sim Gear. And the driver that has the most combined poles and fastest laps will get themselves a pair of sim racing gloves or socks. JR Mason, I remember, won it one year. I think it was last season, if I'm not too mistaken.
Yeah,
he still has them.
Yeah, I want to say, yeah, he still uses them too. Yeah.
So massive shout out to Pure Sim Gear because they're amazing. I'm planning to get some as well. And the winner is so close. They won it by 1 point. And there's 2 other drivers that were so close as well. But I'll go through those 2 drivers in a minute. It's not Reaper. He missed out by 1 point. It's not Bony Fish. He missed out by 1 as well. But the winner, who has had 2 poles and 6 fastest laps, he wins another award. It's Jacob. Well done.
Wow, well done.
Congratulations. So he's picked up 2 awards. I know he's in the chat as well. So everyone give some big W's in the chat for Jacob. So we got our next award now. I will explain what it is, and then Colin will announce the winner. So thanks to
Welsh Driver of the Year award goes.
Right, anyway, so as one of our prizes for sim racing setups, a massive shout out to you, by the way. We award each season now. The driver of the season wins £100 gift voucher, and how it all gets worked out is driver of the days. So the driver who gets the most driver of the days will pick up that award. And again, it was a close one. It was only won by 1 point, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers who barely missed out. But Colin, can you reveal who is our driver of the season powered by sim racing setups?
So our winner is our P4 champion. It is Jamie.
Woo! He
Well
picked
done,
up
Jamie.
He picked up 4 driver of the day nominations, which is insane. For those who narrowly missed out for 3 nominations, Oaken, Jacob, Lukey, Kinney, Alex, and myself. So we narrowly missed out on that one, but Jamie just about gets it. But to be fair, he has had some great performances this season, so well deserved. So we got one final prize to give out, and we don't know who the winner is because we got 3 drivers that could win it. Go Against Tough Award. Colin, can you explain how it all works?
So, Go and Guess Tough Award. So, the drivers who won a trophy, so the top 3 in each tier, they are not eligible for this award. This is only for those drivers who were outside the top 3. They must attend all races during the season and complete all pre and post race interviews. So the drivers have to complete 2 of the 3 of those ones. So drivers can fail the permutation 1 or 2. But as long as they do 2 of those 3, they're good to go, and they are eligible for this award.
Yep, and we're only down to I've looked at the graphics to be sure who's in the running for this award. We only have 3, and it's all from our lower tiers. So P2, P1, where were you in this? Where were you? Get better next season. So we got 3 drivers that are in the running. So we'll start with P4. So we got Gamer James in the running. He's done all his media day stuff, as well as Cam from P3 and Mikey from P3. You know what this means, Cole. We're going to get the wheel up for one final time this season. Here we go. I'm going to do a quick shuffle as well. This is the only wheel I have to do this.
And the winner is Heavy Rain.
And the winner is Ginger R. Mason. Joke. Right, anyway, let's spin the wheel and find out who our Go Against Tough Award winner is for season 28, which will get, well, I will reveal the prize once I reveal the winner. So here we go. The winner is Gamer James. So well done, James.
Nice.
You have won some merchandise and from Vespertine and a trophy. So it just goes to show you don't have to be finishing in the top 3 to win anything. James, the Go Against Tough Award goes to you this season. So well done. I don't think he's listening. So he's going to be checking social media tomorrow and will be absolutely shocked. So well done, James. And I just got that image up. There we go.
Lovely. Well done, Gamer James.
Yep. I was worried it was going to be Cam then because people would think it's rigged due to management, but there we go as well. I was going to mention something. I don't have an official image for this, and I need to get the spreadsheet up on my screen, but I can't get it up. I can't remember what it's called, but me and Colin were doing something for fun called a predictions championship, and we're gonna be starting this. I can't find the spreadsheet. Where is it?
What a shame.
I literally can't find it. I won that championship by I think 10 points, and I have to give a forfeit to Colin, but which I have I still have no idea what I'm going to give you, and but you don't have to do it tonight, but you have to do it in the All-Star stream tomorrow.
Okay.
At the I got two actually. So first of all, you have to keep you'll have to sing the English national anthem, and keep saying on stream that the English are great and the Welsh are rubbish.
Oh, so you want me to lie? That's fine, I can lie.
Right, yeah.
J. Cole, there's a better chance of me going to Mars without a rocket.
Yeah, I will put a screenshot of the final results, but I literally can't find the predictions. But yeah, I won. There you go. All that jazz. But we got one final thing to reveal before we wrap up the stream. This is not our final stream, Cole, is it, for season 28?
It is not. So, tomorrow night and Sunday night, we have the All-Star race. Big thanks to Cam. So Cam does all this organising, all this work in the background. We let Cam do this all by himself. This is his mini project. Yeah, and it's absolutely brilliant. So, to remind drivers, this is going to be the format. So, beginning at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, British Standard Time, there will be 3 25% qualifying heats. Each of these are going to use a different grid format. Race 1 is based on your position in the rankings. Race 2 is the fastest lap from race 1. And race 3 is a reverse top 10. Whoa. Now, points will be awarded across all of the 3 races, with the top 8 drivers advancing to Sunday's finale. Wow. On Sunday, 8 o'clock, same time, those 8 finalists will return for an 18-minute qualifying session, followed by a one final winner-takes-all 25% race to crown the Season 28 All-Star Champion. And we have got 2 amazing commentators that are going to be commentating that one. So we've got yourself, of course, Colin R. Mason, and we've got Ivor Brim Mike commentating as well. The 2 Welshmen are back, ladies and gentlemen. So we have those 2 commentating. And if you want to know who's racing, well, you're going to have to find out tomorrow. So it'll be streamed live on Twitch at 8 p.m. UK time on Saturday and Sunday. And we almost have a full grid for that, which is amazing. So I wish every driver the best of luck. Brilliant. Yeah, it is going to be fun. So if you're not racing tomorrow, please give it a watch and support our drivers. Quite a lot of our drivers that are in the top 20 of the rankings are there. But we do have some drivers outside of that are racing too, just because it's the final race of the season and to have a little bit of a fun. And it's the final race, Cole, potentially, with these generation of cars on F125. Yes, it will be, yes. So Sunday's race will be Wonder Hub's last race on F125 before we transition into F126. Don't forget, it is DLC. It is out on Wednesday. It's available for download at 4 p.m. UK time on Wednesday. I think it's released at 5, I think. I can explain because I had confirmation from EA because I asked exactly the same question. So yeah, so
it's a global release day at 4 p.m. UK time zone. No, it's not 4 p.m. in your time zone. It's a global release time of 4 p.m. UK, so it'll be 5 p.m. Europe time, and you can convert your time zone or whatever. You can't pre-order, so as soon as it hits 4 o'clock UK time, you'll then go to the platform of choice, find a DLC, and download, and pretty much buy it and download it. And make sure you wishlist it, because I believe you'll get notified with the platform you're on when it's available for buying. But yeah, it's not available for pre-order. You just buy it on the day. So, but yeah, just to bring it up there as well. I've just seen what Mike's put in the chat, but there we go. Colin, any final thank yous?
Mike.
Colin, any final thank yous before we wrap up the stream tonight?
To be honest, I have many thank yous. First of all, to the One Hub owners, Jess, Nick, and Lukey. They do an awesome job, to get you guys racing. A huge thank you to my fellow stewards, Kingen and Axlock. And I think we've had a very successful season with the stewarding. It's all gone out on time.
Thank you, stewards.
Detailed reports, so that's gone well. Our commentators, we've had 16 commentators. They've been absolutely brilliant, each and every one of them. I can't thank them enough. It's been fantastic, and we've had a few, first timers commentating with us as well.
Bony Fish,
absolutely superb. Yeah, Bony Fish, Curly as well.
Papa
Lawrence,
Squanch.
Papa Squanch. Liam is back in One Hub commentating as well. He's done a tremendous job, and he did quite a few double stints as well to help us out. So a huge
and you got the regulars.
Evil Dragon. Yes, and then of course Jess, you've been brilliant. Jamie, you've been commentating for P1 as well. Absolutely brilliant. A big thank you to all the admins as well. You
forgot Mike.
I haven't got round to Mike yet.
Okay, carry on.
14 admins. We do this to get this right for everyone. It's a lot of work. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a huge task to be able to do this. It's a lot of work by the whole team. But the final thank you is to you guys. Without the drivers, this is not gonna work. The community is absolutely brilliant. 4 tiers, 78 drivers, absolutely fantastic. So a big thank you to all the drivers. It's very, very special to have you racing for us. And this is not just our successful drivers. The ones who go and win races and get podiums and get championships. I'm more impressed with the guys who are lower down the field, who are turning up every week and giving it their best,
in the chat.
improving all the time. J. Cole didn't even get it. J. Cole needs a big thank you because he's had to put up with me for 2 hours every week in his year.
And massive shout out to J. Cole as well for filling in for me for the talk show in Abu Dhabi one week as well. He wasn't meant to commentate this season, but I asked him if he could do the talk show because no one else was available. And he said yes straight away. So thanks to J. Cole. And because Colin forgot Mike, I haven't forgotten you, Mike. Don't worry. A big thank you to
I was saving it for tomorrow on stream.
I could say thanks to Mike because I'm not going to be commentating after this. So thank you so much, Mike, for all your work once again in the P2T. You've been here for donkey's years in the commentary box in One Hub. So thank you for all you've done as well. Especially because you're on PC as well. So yeah, thank you very much as well. And one final
I didn't forget J. Cole, I ignored him. There's a difference, mate.
And one final thank you, Colin, will be to our sponsors, because without our sponsors, we wouldn't be here. So we've got our title sponsor, Delta, who have invested a lot into this league. And because of that, we're able to do some great things. And if you are over 18, you can get the app for free by clicking the link in the description if you're watching on YouTube, or clicking the command !Delta in chat. Make smart decisions like the world's top investment and track your journey to success with Delta. Next Level Racing, we haven't provided prizes for them this season, but we will be cooking something up for next season, so watch this space. Sim Racing Setup, this has been our second racing season with them, and they've been absolute superstars. So thank you to them, and they are cooking something very special for the new DLC, so watch this space. And if you want to get ahead of yourself before the DLC comes out on Wednesday, F1 26 Setup and Strategy Pack pre-orders are now live, and you can get a discount by using the code OneHub Racing. So once you go to checkout, you can use the code OneHub Racing and you can get 10% off. So I would highly recommend that you get some setup of sim racing setups. And most people who create the setups won't be able to get the DLC until release day. So there won't be every single setup available at launch, but most of the setups will be there at baseline. So make sure you get that out. Pure Sim Gear, thank you very much to them. You can use their discount code there, OHR10P, for 10% off. Our partners, Vespertine, they support our merch. They've helped with our payment system this year. And finally, to our partners at SimGrid, thank you to them for providing the standings for us, our sign-up system. And without them, there'll be lovely, annoying sheets to follow as well. And one final thing, if you are struggling, Mental Health Foundation, it is good to talk. So good on that. So thank you for watching. Again, like I said, it's not our final stream. Make sure you join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. UK time with Mike and Colin in the commentary box as they take you through the first lot of the All-Star race. What track? Well, the drivers know, but we're not going to reveal it until tomorrow. But it is a good one. We'll see you tomorrow for the All-Star race. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye all.